By the way, Rhett requested a pan of those, so can you save him some of those scallops? He's going to eat dessert and then come back to the main course.
We're on the commodity basis. We just swap out
right,
everything
we're gonna
over
swap.
here.
Rhett Strickland is here with us, part of the family tradition that is Savannah's Candy Kitchen. For 51 years, this family in Savannah, Georgia, has been treating us to bakery delights like this one that literally, I don't know why, whenever we're together, literally everything starts melting.
I was about to say that. That reminded me. So I heard you talking earlier, and like I just had a flashback of Charleston.
We had such a good time at the old market down in South Carolina.
It was so nice.
And it was so hot. The cakes were literally sliding off of the cake plates. But this one is all about those summer flavors in the summer pie tarts. They're like individual servings, which is perfect. And I know they're hot. So thank you for picking them up, right? So what we have today is we have two brand new flavors. First of all, the blueberry is what's on the top, and we've talked about blueberry, thinking about summertime. There's just something about fresh fruits that we love in the summer. So this is a blueberry tart. We also have brand new today, the key lime tart, which is at the bottom, and that is now last call. And we also have the original apple, or you can get a combo, which would give you two, and two, so you get to sample all three flavors. So last call on both ship weeks, immediately or June 16th in the key lime and in the combo. If you want individual flavors, you can ask about those. We started with 10,000 yesterday.
It didn't last long.
We have 3,000 remaining, and that's it. And already 1,500 in our show order, so we better talk fast. All right, so what is it about the tart? Why did you make the tarts? Let's go that way.
We're so lucky because of y'all up here at QVC. The customers and you, the host, y'all tell us everything that's so just gone after. And what we've noticed is the pecan pie tart was great. Everybody loves the individual serving, but we needed something for the summer. We needed something that felt festive, and that's where we got to this. You know, we are so involved in the candy world that we had to come up with this, and it was all because of you guys at home asking for them. And the best part about this, it keeps the same individual packaging like we talked about. So you can have this at home. Look at key lime and blueberry together. And y'all, these are two different crusts. So this right here is a graham cracker crust, okay? So this is pressed down with butter and graham cracker crumbs, and then a nice, cool key lime topping, okay? So the graham cracker dust on top, and what you're eating is the blueberry. We have a B-roll that's going to roll at some point, and it has the blueberries that come together. It is amazing. So it's like a science experiment. All of a sudden, we got our sugar and flour. It's nice purple, and then the lemon juice hits it, and it just explodes with color and flavor. It's amazing.
Well, this is a look at the Candy Kitchen.
Yes.
Again, candy is their foray, but they also make incredible cakes and tarts like you're seeing here.
David had to help me yesterday. He goes, "Is that a streusel topping?" I'm like, "Thank you for saying that," because I struggle getting that off my tongue. Y'all and things like that come out fine.
Look at those blueberries.
Look at that color. That's just like, as soon as that lemon, it gives it that vibrant, just raspberry, purplish color, and it smells like heaven in our bakery.
So it's literally crust, blueberries, and then crumb. Done, and that's done. I mean, and if you want, you can, when you get these home, they're going to come frozen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you throw this then in the oven for...
You can put it in the oven at 300 degrees, 10, 12 minutes. You know, every oven is a little different, y'all. So if it's not all the way warm through, just leave it in there another minute or two. But y'all, they can go right into the freezer or right into the refrigerator. If you keep it in the freezer, you can keep it in there for up to 6 months. If you want it out in the refrigerator, you got a good 5-7 days in there for life.
Love it.
And then you can keep it out on the actually room temperature for 2 days. So, you know, fruit, you want to be extra careful, and you want to make sure that you're just taking extra care of it.
So let me give you an update already. In the immediate ship week, the key lime is completely sold out. And the combo is now also sold out in the immediate ship week. So you guys got to get some candy. You got to get to bake in there in Savannah's kitchen. The second ship week is June 16th. So if you get that ship week, you'll still have them in time for the 4th of July. So if you're looking to put an assortment out for the 4th of July, then go ahead and get that ship week, and you get all three flavors there. Let's talk about the key lime.
Yes, ma'am.
I know this is one of Rachel's favorites too.
So I had a great compliment yesterday, and I think it's something that people forget about. Everybody see key lime pies across the country, okay? Everybody has the famous, oh, we're the best key lime pie in the world. But you know what, one thing I don't like about them is when there's too much graham cracker. That's all you taste, a dried graham cracker crust. And I'm gonna cut this in half and I'm gonna show y'all on camera. So you'll see that this is actually—
Just hold that steady and we'll come to you. There it is.
So you'll see that this is key lime pie
my gosh.
with a graham cracker crust, not a graham cracker crust with a little bit of key lime pie. And that's what makes the difference. You want to see that just a little bit of push down. You want it to be just enough of where it's just like almost falling apart, but holding together at the same time.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
that
so good.
thin layer is the ticket. Everybody dries out their key lime pie, and this is not dry. And that's what the difference is.
And this one we're going to want to serve at room temperature,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Some people like it chilled. So if that's the case, keep it in the refrigerator, cut it into where your desired temperature. Most people will actually keep it room temperature, but some people have to have it chilled.
That's so good.
Yes,
And it's got a
ma'am.
light, nice pucker, but
I'm gonna
not too
actually
much.
take a bite with you because I don't ever get to
Get
have
in
these
here.
things. I'm normally making them.
Get in here. And then last but not least, we have to talk about the apple.
Yes, ma'am. So this apple, y'all, is my favorite. All right, so out of the three, 2 days ago when I was in the bakery, this was my lunch, okay? So something about this pie, just the top streusel with the cinnamon and the actual streusel topping just makes almost a perfect crust. And then you'll see once it opens up, you'll see all that beautiful flavor that's in there. It's
Look
just,
at that.
I mean, y'all, it's like this apple pie that you remember your aunt or your grandma making. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
And you know what I love about this too, Rhett? It's a single serving.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
The reason I don't bake, first of all, that's not
That's okay.
that is not in my wheelhouse. So I don't bake, but typically pies I don't do either and don't buy them because there's so much left over. It's just me and James. If I buy a pie, that's a lot. That you have to commit to eating a lot. Where this, I can take out one or two, or if I'm having a party, I can have a whole house full and enjoy it that way. But I love the size of these. They're like individual desserts.
That's my mom's favorite part. So she is so big on having an individual dessert. She's going to have one every single night, but she doesn't want to go bust out a whole 9-inch pie.
Right.
And then 2 days later, when you don't want the same flavor, it's not really what you're looking for, and it just goes to waste. Having the combo where you can choose from 3 different summertime flavors is just such a nice little privilege to have.
All right, I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to walk you through the choices and give you some updates as I do. Sorry. All right. That is so good. I have to finish this bite.
Hey, I'll tell you why it's so good, all right? That everybody forgets when you get a small individual pie at a diner, you normally will get that from a food purveyor, okay? This is our family recipe crust that we make on our big 9-inch, and we are pressing it themselves into these pans, hand done. So this is something that sometimes people tell you they make a pie, but they don't make the crust. This crust is our family recipe.
This is your cut, and
Yes,
honestly, there's a whole lot of love in everything that you guys do.
Thank you, Miss Jane.
The blueberry, if you want all blueberry, we still have both ship weeks, only 500 in each. If you want the all apple, same story, about 500 each, both ship weeks. If you want the key lime, that's completely sold out by itself in both ship weeks. But you can get key lime in the combo? Oh, no. Okay, so there's 100 remaining in the combo in the June ship week in that combo. The immediate has sold out already. So all I can tell you is if you don't feel like, and now 2,000 remaining out of the 10,000 that we started with yesterday, if you don't experience that kind of reminiscence of what it was like growing up with your grandmother baking when you bite into one of these pies, I can't help you.
Yes,
Come on in,
ma'am.
Rachel. I know Rachel's a big fan of the key lime, right?
Oh my goodness, the key
Let me
lime
make some
for
room
sure.
like I do. I make a mess
Absolutely.
everywhere I
if there's
go.
not
I
a
got some
fork,
more
I'll
for you.
There
just
is.
use
There's
my
one right
fingers.
there.
It's okay.
I got you an extra
we
one
got
too.
you.
I
Just
am
drop them
someone,
behind.
thank you so much. I hardly ever buy a full pie.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
That's
I'm
what I
not
just
going to
said.
be, it's just me, maybe me and my sister.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to buy a full pie. I even have one that someone gifted me, a full pie, and it's been in my freezer for probably 7-8 months, right? Because I just don't have the occasion to take it out. But these give all of that flavor and all of that great nostalgic kind of homemade pie flavor and perfection in a small single serving.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely
All right,
amazing.
so here's another update.
Okay, I'm gonna dive into
Combo
the
is sold
key pie.
out completely. So
Wow.
whether it's the immediate ship
wow.
week or
So that means no more key
the
lime.
16th, right? No more key lime.
Sorry.
That's gone completely. Sorry. But we have blueberry and we have apple, and they are delicious, and they're all limited as well. $29.98 is the big deal price. By the way, that price goes up at the end of the day on Wednesday. So definitely take advantage of it now. There is no auto delivery. Is that correct, Alan? There's no way to lock into this. No.
Right.
So it's just those 2 ship weeks, and that's going to be it. And it's a summer kind of forward assortment.
Right.
So we want these to enjoy, you know, in our homes now. So, Rhett, just to clarify, when they come to us, they're going to be frozen.
Yes, ma'am. So they ship frozen. They're going to come in a corrugated box.
Okay.
It's going to have an ice pack. And the cool thing about this is, y'all, this is next day air.
Okay.
So this is coming
Great.
straight to you. Okay. So one day after leaving our facility, it's going to be on your door.
Okay.
If it's cold or room temperature, it's fine. You just want to make sure it's not hot. Room temperature is okay though. Okay. So then you take it out, just like we talked about. You're either going to put it in your freezer or refrigerator, or you're going to leave it right out if you're ready to
Right,
eat. So
right.
that's your choice at home.
So what you taste is the love, butter. If you're eating the apple, you taste delicious, moist apple. They have a nice texture and that crumb crunch on top. That crust, which is light and flaky and literally just melts in your mouth. If you were able to get the key lime, sorry if you didn't because now they're gone, but the key lime is tart and gives you a nice pucker. But of course the creaminess of that almost custard texture in the inside, and then that nice rim of crust. And then the blueberry, which is the quintessential summer fruit flavor. And if you wanted to squirt a little whipped cream on top, I'm not mad at you.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and do it. But that pie itself, again, is that signature family crust with a ton of blueberries, as we showed you in the video. We can roll that again, and then crumb on top, and that's it. Simple as that.
I'm telling you, streusel does not come off my tongue. I keep trying to say it, and I know it needs to be said, but it doesn't want to come off very well. But it is good, and with that apple, it just turns into that perfect crust.
Look at this. So this is from location. This is what you would visit if you were in Savannah, Georgia, and had the opportunity to go to Savannah's Candy Kitchen. There's the apple pies. Again, just a ton of apples cooked perfectly on that delicious handmade crust, then baked. So frozen and shipped to you. Here's the blueberry.
Y'all, we're actually mixing that in our copper kettle too. Every which way I can find a way to use our copper kettles that we've had for 50 years, I want to throw something in there.
Okay. And then you put the crumb on top,
Yes,
bake them
ma'am.
up, and they get nice and crispy. And then, of course, they ship to you frozen. So when you get it home, all you're doing is heating them up. They're all ready to go, and they're already baked. So you are just adding that little crust on top. So this was introduced at a big deal price yesterday. We started with 10,000. We have 1,800 remaining.
Goodness gracious.
That's it.
Wow.
So we've got blueberry and apple, and that's it in both ship weeks, and only about 400 each, and that's it. So maybe you get to go home early.
Well, we'll see. Who knows? I like hanging out. If not, I'll be over here with
and
Alberti, Miss
we'll
Rachel
get
Wednesday.
to see. Oh, on Wednesday.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
we'll get to see you hopefully later on in the week, and the kids are
Awesome.
good. Everybody's
yes, ma'am.
good.
It just goes so fast.
Yeah.
We're on 2.5 already. The
know.
next one's 5 months.
I know.
Well, I feel like I just had them.
Well, you did, and you go ahead and give them some love from us
See
too.
you later.
All right,
Thank
thank you
you
so much.
From one delicious treat to another, we want to remind you